Hello and welcome to Seaman High School. We got a great matchup between the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints and the Seaman Vikings. I'm Ryan Zilsdorf with my partner Aaron McGill, and he will take you through the starting lineups.
Yeah, to start off here, we're going to start with the Saints. We've got number 2, Tyrone Young. Number 3 is Zachary Gillow. Number 5, Matthew Connor. Number 13, Zachary Navy. Number 22, Keeson Mason. And for the Vikes, we've got number 4, Trent Cox. Number 13, Kobe Bonner. Number 20, Kobe Jordan. Number 30, Brock Hilbert. And number 33, Trey Duffy.
And we will be right back after the national anthem. Well, as we said last night, Aaron, as the girls were going on, this is sub-state play, which means you lose, you go home. So what do you think the Vikes have to do offensively and defensively to make sure that they move on to the next round?
Just to start the starting lineups for the Saints, they've got at least about 5 or so players that are 6 foot and above. And for the Vikes, they've only got about 4 of them. So obviously we can see the Saints have the height advantage here. But I feel like if the Vikes can play their great defense they're known for this season, I feel like that could really stop this really high-powered offense of the Saints. But also at the same time, for the Vikes really need to get their shooting game to get going, because it's going to be hard to stop this very high-powered offense, like I just said, for the Saints.
And as he did mention that, one of the tallest player for the Vikes is Trey Duffy, the senior, and along with him, 6 other seniors, so a total of 7. And as a Seaman fan, we do not want this to be the last game for these 7 seniors, but we do take it down to the floor right now as we begin the game.
Just moments away from tip-off here as both teams are in the huddle, figure out their game plan for the game. And now we're going to have the tip-off. As usual, we got Trey Duffy tipping it off for the Vikes, and we've got number 22, Keeson Mason for the Saints.
A big game here for both teams. St. Thomas Aquinas has dominated Seaman High School in almost every sport, or at least the 4 years I've been here. It'd be great to see the Vikes get a win against the Saints tonight.
Vikes here played more of a zone package for defense, and really right when the person gets the ball, they start to press on them.
Great pass and move down low, just missed the wide open floater there. Great defense down low, no foul called. Trey down on the floor, tried to take the charge, didn't get called. Bucket up and good there by Keeson Mason.
That's going to be a push on Keeson Mason. First foul for the Saints.
bench warning for the Saints coach already. And we are less than a minute and a half into this game.
Yeah, less than a minute. Not looking good for the Saints coach there, as only gets one warning per game.
Brock for three. Gets the lucky rolling in off the front rim. Rattles that one home. Vikes take the lead 3-2. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Kobe Bonner, great defense, moving his feet. Trey Duffy, great defense inside. Good block by Kobe. And the and one layup is good by Keyshawn Mason, the 6'8" sophomore. Just a huge beast for only being in the 10th grade. Free throw on the way is good. That gives the Saints a 2-point lead early in this game. Trey Duffy getting that bucket to go to tie the game up for the Vikes. Good pass around the perimeter for the Saints. It gives it inside to Keyshawn, I should say. That's a travel from Keyshawn.
Great defense there from Trey Duffy, trying to get his hand in there, trying to deny that pass as much as he could, and it's going to end in a turnover for the Saints.
Trey Duffy working it inside, tries to get a shot, forces one up, gets it swatted away. Fast break, catch and shoot, three, no good. Rebound, Keyshawn. That's going to be an offensive foul. Keyshawn Mason didn't know the foul was called on him, and that's already two.
Yeah, 2 fouls early for him. He really needs to check himself and make sure he limits his fouls, because it's only less than halfway through the first quarter, and he's already burned through 2.
This lineup right now for the Vikes, all seniors. Just shows you how much the senior class means to Seaman High School. As Kobe Jordan's going to turn the ball over there, stepping out of bounds on the baseline. It's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, that's going to be on, I believe, Mason Coliogo. That's going to be a moving screen, so a chance for the Vikes to get a lead here.
Trey Duffy driving inside, wanted the foul. Refs aren't going to give it to him, but it's going to stay Viking basketball. Trey with the inbound reception. Gets it stolen away. Fast break. Throws it down. Big time dunk for Zarian Navy. Kobe Bonner fouled, driving inside. Saints fans wanted a travel, but I believe he was fouled before he took the steps. It's going to be an offensive foul. Trey Duffy, that is his first. And it's something we don't commonly see, Trey Duffy getting in foul trouble.
Well, yeah, and so far there's been lots of fouls early here with 6 fouls in about 5 minutes, first 5 minutes of the game. We're probably going to see a lot of fouls so far this game. Well, going forward, I mean.
Foul's going to be called on Kobe Bonner. And the refs tonight are very stingy. Very inconsistent on what they are calling fouls. But that's what you're going to get with two very aggressive teams. Taking a while here to get anything going. Trey Duffy on the switch. Kobe Jordan with a fantastic block. It looked like Trey fouled him as he was driving inside, and again, the ref's not calling it. Keeping up the inconsistent calls. Trent Cox for 3, and he knocks it down from the top of the key. Got his arm hit on the way down. And the Vikes increased the scoring to 8-7 now. Vikes lead this one. Seaman student section getting really into it here with it being sub-state play.
The Saints taking a lot of time here to set up a play and try to get a basket. Not normally what we see from them. More fast-paced, but right now, so far, they're real slow, trying to get a smart pass inside.
Something a little troubling here. Trey Duffy picks up his second foul, which sends him to the bench. Not good to see Trey with 2 minutes left here in the first. Still a lot of game left to be played with only 3 fouls left. Good little floater there by Phillip Bell. He is 6'6", and as Aaron mentioned at the beginning, a very tall team. Over half their players, well over half of their players, are over 6 foot. Only 2 of them are under 6 foot, 5'10" and 5'9". That's Matthew Connor and Tyron Young. And Jake gets that one stolen away. Matthew Connor bringing it up the floor, dishes it off. Missed layup there by Phillip Bell, and Jake's going to bring it up the floor now. Brock gets that one swiped away. Tyron Young bringing it up. Passes up the 3, drives inside, kicks it back out. Passes up the 3 again. Young with possibly a missed opportunity there.
Something to note, Trey Duffy and Kobe Bonner not on the court right now. I should say the dynamic duo is not on there. So we've got the smaller lineup here going up against this Saints offense.
Drayton Foster and Uzziah in to see if they can compete with the Saints. Great defense from the Vikes.
Looks like the Saints are trying to wind down their clock with still 30 seconds left.
And Trent Cox with phenomenal defense there, knocks it out of bounds. Knocks that one off of Matthew Connor's fingertips, and that's going to be Viking basketball.
Bonner and Duffy coming in back to the game with 12 seconds left. Will be interesting what they're able to do here. Also, we've got Mente Hyman coming in.
Uzziah gets that one stripped away. 2 seconds left on the clock. Floater is good. Gets the lucky roll. Mason Colangelo. I don't know how I messed that one up. But at the end of one, you got 11-8. And the Saints come marching in to Seaman High School and have the lead after one quarter, 11-8. Aaron, what do you think Seaman has to do to crawl their way back with it only being 3 points, but not wanting the Saints lead to get unmanageable?
Well, they're very known for their, Seaman's very known for their defense and how they're able to get stolen balls and just able to create turnovers for the other team. They just need to continue that. Right now the Saints are really controlling the turnover, able to get many swipes and many steals from just the ball handling of the Vikes. They really need to control their ball handling, keep it more secure, and then go after the ball and try to get that extra possession.
Those are the keys to success. Mateo Hyman coming into the game, the freshman for Seaman. Mateo kicks it out to Uzziah. Uzziah's going to take it in himself, and he's going to lose that ball. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Saints basketball. Uzziah with a couple turnovers already. No points. Trey Duffy and Kobe Bond are not on the floor, but it looks like the Vikes are managing that as the Vikes force a turnover. And as I say that, Trey Duffy comes in for Uzziah.
And I think that's a smart move. Uzziah hasn't shot yet tonight, and has had, a couple turnovers, and it seems like he needs to just try to get Trey Duffy in there to get some points for this Vikes.
Jake Spence, great pass to Drayton, just lost that one through the fingertips of Mateo. Great spin move, driving inside and getting, and that's going to be a charge. Caught on Jake Spence. Tyron Young can't believe it. Saints fans not happy with that one at all. Tension's already high, and we're not even at halftime, Aaron.
Yeah, just starting the second quarter, and already fans having a big impact on this game.
It's going to be a foul, and Kobe Jordan turning the ball over and stopping the fast break score. Attempted to go for the block. Kobe Jordan's going to pick up his first. Free throw no good. Matthew Connor missing that one. Matthew Connor, one of the seniors for the Saints.
Also one of actually the shortest person on the Saints lineup here, only at 5'10".
Many seniors for both teams, 6 for the Saints and 7 for the Vikes. You would hate to see either one of these teams have their seniors have their final game. Great defense by Trey, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Saints.
But Connor missed both his free throws, but the Saints able to rebound the ball and able to get an extra possession here.
Being up 3, a bucket here would make it a 2-possession game. Driving inside, great pass. Brock tried swiping that one away, but swiper no swiping. It's going to be a turnover. It's going to be Vikes basketball.
I believe that's going to be 3 seconds in the lane there for the Saints. Now the Vikes trying to get back in this game here as they have their possession.
Trent Cox is going to be called with a travel. Pivot foot slid across the hardwood. And that results in a travel, as the rule book states. Trey Duffy picking up his man down low. Great defense. Missed all of that layup. Phillip Bell not getting that one to fall. Good pass by Mateo. Brock Hilbert finds Trey Duffy. Trey Duffy passes up the three. Brock loses that ball. Trey steals it away, trying to set a pick. Trey Duffy for three. Knocks it down! Trey Duffy for three. He gets that one from the right wing. Trey not getting many threes this season, but can definitely shoot them. Just doesn't get many of the opportunities, as he's usually stuck down low.
Yeah, from that three, the Vikes tied up here, 11-11 all. Now the Saints trying to answer here with the bucket. They haven't had a bucket in a while.
3-point bucket is good from the right side. Zarian Navy. And that ball stolen away. Found, dunk coming, and yes, throws it down with authority. Terrence Williams-Bay.
Now the Saints able to answer back now with 5 points.
It's going to be a travel on Kobe Bonner, and there have been many, many turnovers from both teams this evening, more so from the Vikes. Good pass down low, but better defense from the Vikes. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Seaman basketball.
Vikes need to answer here, down by 5.
Brock Hilbert for three. From the top of the key is good. Rattles it home. And Brock Hilbert knocks down the three.
Brock Hilbert, his 2 shots today, 2 threes, and right now he's 2 for 3. I'm sorry, 2 for 2 for threes.
Kobe Bonner, fantastic defense. Trying to stop the drive inside. Trent Cox follows his man. Floater off the glass is good. Mason Colagello. Pass down low to Trey Duffy. Almost got that one picked off. Trey going up strong with the left hand. Gets that one swatted away. Great defense from Keyshawn Mason. That's what happens when you go up on a 6'8" man. Guy that's 3 inches taller than you. It's hard to believe he's only a sophomore. But nonetheless, Vikes to inbound. Finds Trent Cox. Over to Brock. Driving inside, goes up strong, gets that one swatted away by Zachary Ganilo. It's going to be a travel called on Trey Duffy, and the turnover route continues. Terrence coming out of the game for the Saints. Bench warning from Coach Craig Cox of the Vikings.
Yeah, that is something tonight. The refs, I feel like, are going to pick and choose what they're going to call tonight. Also been very selective of what they want to call.
foul called on Trent Cox. And it looks like there may be a technical foul called on Coach Cox of the Vikings, and there will be. Coach Cox doesn't seem to care at all, as they're going to send Zarion Navy to the free throw line to knock down a couple free throws. Misses the first one off the front rim. Knocks down the second. Beautiful finish. Flick of the wrist. Another technical from Coach Cox would mean an ejection. Trey Duffy got last home game against a team with similar jersey colors. Much expected with tensions very high going into playoff games. Turnaround floater is good, and that increases the Saints' lead now to 7. 21-14, just under 2.5 minutes remaining till halftime. Kobe Bonner for three, deep three, knocks it down, nothing but net. Kobe Bonner knocking down a three. Great defense stolen away by Kobe Jordan.
Yeah, and that's going to be Kobe Bonner's first points tonight, as it's going to be a foul, I believe, on Zachary Gillow. And now the Vikes able to get another possession here and cut back on this Saints lead.
Foul is going to be called on Mason Colangelo.
So Galagolo picks up 2 fouls really quick, and now we're going to have Kobe Bonner shooting a 1-and-1.
Free throws win games, Aaron, and these free throws would be huge to try to spark a comeback. Knocks down the first. Didn't even touch a rim on that one. Trey Duffy coming out of the game for Drayton Foster. Kobe Bonner gets the second free throw to fall.
So 5 quick points for Kobe Bonner here, as the Saints now are going to get a possession, try to increase their lead here. Now it's dwindling down to 2.
Kobe Bonner and Trey Duffy, 2 players that really need to step up and get points. Playing varsity since they were sophomores. Going inside, a finger roll. It's going to be a charge. Jake Spence sacrificing his body for a fantastic defensive play. As defense turns into offense at Seaman High School. Place is electric.
Even though that's the Saints' 8th foul, Vikes not going to shoot in 1-and-1 here, but they're going to get a possession. Down by 2.
Brock Hilbert behind the arc. Deadly shooter from that area. So he's going to make a little crossover and a foul called on Tom Downey.
Now going to shoot a 1-and-1.
Brock knocks down the free throw, taking advantage of these 1-and-1 fouls. Brock knocks down the second, tying this game up with just over a minute left till halftime.
Vikes scoring 7 unanswered points here. Let's see if they keep the momentum and cause another turnover for the Saints.
One foul away till the double bonus for the Saints. Now we'll all be reset at halftime.
Knowing the Saints, they'll probably take all this time to drain the clock, but they're actually going to step out of bounds. Now the Vikes have an opportunity to take the lead.
Williams Bay stepped out right in front of the Seaman student section. And now I believe the Vikes are going to hold on for a last possession of the half as we approach 20 seconds. Ten seconds now. Find Brock over to Jake. Now right side of the court to Trent. Back to Brock. Dribbling around. They're going to lose it. Brock for three from deep. Airballs that one. Lost the ball. And we're going into halftime tied. 21-21. Very exciting first half of basketball, Aaron. And we will be back shortly for second half action. You've been listening to the SVTV broadcast from Seaman High School. Hello and welcome back to Seaman High School. After a fantastic first half of basketball, tensions high, bench warnings, technical fouls. Just an overall fantastic first half. Very low scoring though, only 21 points. And St. Thomas has been scoreless for quite some time. Anything to comment on that, Aaron?
Well, the Vikes were real shaky at the beginning of the game. St. Thomas Aquinas got off to a big lead there. But the Vikes were able to settle down, able to get some turnovers, some key turnovers, and some key three-pointers to tie the game up when they were down by 7.
Going to be a jump ball. Trey will be happy with that one.
I'm not sure how that was not a travel on a jump ball, but it's still going to be the Vikings' ball.
Brock Hilbert trying to find a pass, finds Kobe Bonner. Fantastic pass. Fouled on the way up. Kobe's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First foul of the second half.
And that's going to be Tyrone Young's third personal, I'm sorry.
First free throw good from Kobe Bonner.
So Vikes take the lead by a free throw. First with 30 seconds drained in the third quarter. And now they've got a 2-point lead.
The defense has been phenomenal from both teams this evening. It's going to be the last game of the season for one of these teams.
Now the Saints going to their more slower paced offense here, trying to find an open man for a bucket.
Driving inside. Foul's going to be called on Kobe Jordan. It's going to be his second personal foul. Team's first of the half. Ganilo at the free throw line. Misses the first one off the front rim. Going up to shoot his second.
Ganino, not many points so far tonight, only 2 in the second quarter. See if he can get a third point.
Knocks it down for the second free throw. Put a little bit more oomph on the second one to get that one in the hoop. Kobe Bonner driving inside. Can't get the toilet bowl roll as Saints bring it up the floor and are met by the Vikings. Going up strong, misses the layup as the Vikes bring the ball up the floor. Kobe Bonner going up, thought he got fouled, lost the ball, picked up by the Saints. That's going to be a foul. Seaman fans wanted a travel. Looked like he picked his pivot foot up, which would be his third step before the foul. It's going to be Kobe Jordan's third personal foul. It's not good if you're a Viking fan. It's going to be a timeout on the floor. Reminder of the score, Vikings up on top of this one, 23-22, 6:18 remaining in the third. Aaron, I'm going to ask you, since you're more of the analysis man here, I'm just going to ask you, what from each team do you think needs to be improved right now in order to take the win?
I think the Vikes really need to have a more, I wouldn't say it's fast-paced offense, but I feel like they'd have more of a cautious offense to find the open man. Really limited steals because the Saints have really controlled the turnover differential here in this game so far, but the Vikes really need to control the ball more, try to find the open man and get the easy layup. But for the Saints, they really need to keep attacking the basket. They've had great success so far attacking the basket, having a slower offense with more control, and they just need to continue doing that.
3-point bucket is good from the left side. Zarian Navy gets that one to go from the corner. Looked like Kobe tried to use a pick and roll type pass there, but Trey wasn't there. Moved a little bit, got the ball, and then drove inside and got the floater. As you can see there, Trey Duffy. Trey Duffy, that's a 7th point of the game. Has scored in each quarter so far. 5 minutes remaining, score all tied up at 25. Trying to work it down low again. Going up, great defense by Trey Duffy. Denying the layup from Keyshawn Mason. That's a 3-inch difference between the two, 6'8" and 6'5". Kobe Bonner, fantastic driving layup. Keyshawn working inside, goes up strong over Trey Duffy, and that's going to be an and one. Trey Duffy, I believe, is his 3rd personal foul, and it will be. Zach coming out of the game, and Mason's going to come in for him for the Saints, along with Terrence Williams-Bay for Tyron Young. Free throw no good. Head coach Cooper Smith cannot believe it. Kobe Bonner bringing the ball up the floor along with his teammates. Brock Hilbert for 3. No good. Kobe trying to put it back, get it up again. Are they going to call it on the floor? Yes, they're going to call it on the floor. So no bucket. That's going to be 2 free throws. First free throw on the way is good. Kobe Bonner knocks it down.
Bonner with his 5th point this quarter. See if he can make it 6 points.
It's going to be a total of 10 this game, making it 11 right here. With the free throw, and it's good. Drayton Foster coming in the game for Trey Duffy.
Yeah, Trey has 3 fouls already with 4:14 left here. He's going to have to be careful coming up when he gets back in, because we really don't want to see him in foul trouble.
Great defense from Drayton Foster. Kobe Bonner with the steal.
So missed possession there by the Saints, and now the Vikes can go up by 2 possessions.
Driving inside, Kobe goes up strong, gets the layup to go. Beast mode right now for Kobe Bonner.
8 points this quarter, makes it all the way up to 13, I'm sorry.
And this is big for a guard, especially of Kobe Bonner's stature at 5'11", going in on these 6-foot guys, driving inside and getting the layups to go, and that's why he's getting so excited.
Now Kobe Bonner gets his 3rd personal tonight, so Trey and Bonner have 3 fouls here.
And Kobe Jordan.
And Kobe Jordan. And Kobe Jordan has not scored yet tonight.
But still a great defensive help for the Vikings. That's going to be a timeout. Full timeout for Coach Cooper Smith of the Saints. Going to talk things over. Vikings up by 4, 31-27. Just under 3.5 remaining. Brock Hilbert, a silent name for tonight, for as much as he's done, has 8 points, silently helping the team out. And we would love to see him working hard outside the perimeter, as we know he can do, and as well drive inside and work down low. An all-versatile player. Really going to miss him next year, as he and 6 other of his brethren are seniors.
So we see as the Vikes come back out, their 2 all-star seniors here not out there, as the Vikes go with a smaller look on the court.
Passes up the 3. Takes a smarter 3 from the left side. No good. Missed by Tyron Young. Rebounded by Drayton Foster. Big time rebound from the junior. Really going to be the future of this program after all the seniors leave. As Brock driving inside, gets the bucket to go, but there's going to be a foul called before the shot. Coach Cooper Smith really on tension right now, throwing papers on the bench.
Yeah, this game very emotional for both teams, as it could be their last game for the season, and it's been tense all game long.
It's going to be an offensive foul. Terrence Williams-Bay is going to lose that one out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Vikings. Coach Cooper Smith letting him know just to keep playing. However, sets them down on the bench. It's going to be Viking basketball.
Now the duo coming backing out. Trey Duffy and Kobe Bonner here. Bonner taking the ball down the court, trying to keep this lead for the Vikes.
Great pass down low to Trey Duffy. Almost loses it, but gets the layup to go, increasing the lead now to 6, 33-27, 2:15 remaining. Jumper from the free throw line is good. Keyshawn Mason, the 6'8 sophomore, fantastic jumper. Trent Cox stops. It's going to be a shove on Mason Colangello. It's going to be Colangello's 4th, and he's going to take a seat on the bench. Because typically, Aaron, if you have 4 fouls in the third quarter, coach is going to sit you down. It's going to be a foul on Matthew Connor. Getting a little foul happy right now.
So yeah, that's going to be the Saints' 16th foul. So only 1 foul away from the bonus, shooting a 1-and-1 for the Vikes.
Trent Cox saves the inbound pass. Brock Hilbert with the ball, trying to find a teammate. Dribbles it right, finds Kobe driving inside, kicks it back out. Trey with a fantastic save, loses the ball. Kobe Jordan tries to save it, but it's going to be out of bounds to St. Thomas Aquinas. Drayton Foster and Jake Spence checking into the game for Kobe Bonner and Trey Duffy. trying to keep them as rested and energized as possible going into this fourth quarter, because Seaman is not here tonight to go home, even though they are at home.
They missed opportunity there for the last possession for the Vikes, as they are up by 4. Could have got up by 6 there, but just it's going to be, ball goes out of bounds off of Kobe Jordan's hands. Now the Saints trying to crawl back here.
Taking it slow here. Saints working it around. Driving inside. Foul's going to be called on Brock Hilbert. Tyron Young driving inside. It's going to be Brock's first. Not a problem at all. There's only 1 minute, 3 seconds remaining here in the third.
Now the Saints 2 fouls away from their bonus, as they have picked up a total of 5. The Vikes have picked up a total of 5 team fouls.
Seaman's going to call a timeout. Kobe Bonner checking into the game. And a little outside of basketball real quick. Boys bowling are the 5A Centennial League state champions. Or not Centennial League, state champions overall.
Yeah, congrats to them. Fantastic season. I was able to talk to Noah Bell, which is the captain of the team, and he was really, really excited for their team. Really happy to bring back home that state championship. And also, don't forget about the girls. They placed second at state this year. So great season for bowling so far at Seaman High School.
2 great bowlers for the boys, Cody Magitno and, as you said, Noah Belt, really leading that team. But it's enough about bowling and back to basketball. It's Trey Duffy spots up, driving inside, spin move, loses the ball. It's going to be a foul called on St. Thomas Aquinas.
It's going to be a foul on Zachary Gilio. And now Trey Duffy's going to shoot 2. Go back up by 6 here.
Trey Duffy, a pretty consistent free throw shooter. Knocks down the first, and we can expect the second as well. Vikes lead now up to 5 as Mateo, the freshman, checks in for Kobe Bonner. Second free throw on the way is good for Trey Duffy.
Trey's got 6 points in this quarter alone, and the Vikes now up again to a 6-point lead.
Vikes lead now up to 6, 15 seconds left here in the third. Saints are going to hold on for the last shot. Backing it up, 5 seconds remaining. Driving inside, layup is good. It drives past Trey Duffy for the score, and it makes it a 4-point game going into the fourth quarter.
Matthew Connor scoring that last point. That's his first 2 points of the game. But the Vikes still up 35-31 over the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints. See the student section trying to get hyped for this last 8 minutes of sub-state basketball here. One team moves on, one team goes home.
Mateo getting stuck underneath Keyshawn Mason. That's a difference of 6'8" to 5'11".
Mateo only a freshman, so great to see him getting some varsity minutes, especially in a sub-state game.
Misses the layup. Rebound Uzziah Irvin. That's going to be a foul on St. Thomas Aquinas. More specifically, though, Keyshawn Mason. That's going to be his third. Doing a great job not fouling since we saw him with 2 in the first quarter. Able to stay alive and playing safely.
So you see Uzziah Irving here, hasn't had many minutes tonight and doesn't have any points yet, but there to get his first point.
Viking lead is 5, 7.5 minutes remaining. Uzziah shooting his second of 2 free throws. Gets it to fall. Kobe Jordan checking in for Uzziah after his 2 free throw makes. Saints are going to have to come down and get some points on the board, as they have only scored 10 points in this entire second half.
And just credit the Vikings defense there, stepping up, getting turnovers, getting balls to miss on the Saints side, and able to get those rebounds. Now able, as they were down earlier in the game, and now they're up by 6.
Foul on the Vikes. Foul's going to be called on Brock Hilbert. That's his second personal. It's going to be the team's 7th. So now the Saints are in the bonus, with the next foul being the 1-and-1 situation, unless this was called on the floor, which it may have been, and it will be. But he knocks the free throw down. Matthew Connor, 5'10" senior, quite possibly his last game, unless he and his team can turn this game around. Second free throw, no good, off the back rim. Kobe Bonner with the ball, bringing it up with his team. All 10, backcourt. Brock Hilbert off on the 3. Kobe Jordan almost moved his pivot foot. Almost loses the ball, gets tied up. It's going to be a timeout by Coach Cox. Keyshawn Mason sliding on the ground, knocking Kobe Jordan on the floor, and Coach Cox wanted the foul before the timeout. But you can only get one. And the refs decided to give it to the timeout. Only a 30-second timeout. I think Cox wanted to try to escape that situation of a possible turnover, only being up 5 with 6:50 remaining.
Yeah, the Vikes really have to play some smart ball here. Try to take a slow possession here. Try to get an easy basket under the rim here. We'll see if they can do that as Kobe Bonner is about to inbound it.
Kobe Bonner to inbound from the sideline, right in front of his own bench. Trey Duffy and Mason Colangelo getting a little talk from the referees. Kobe Jordan spots up for three, and it completely airballs that one. That one's going to go out of bounds to St. Thomas Aquinas.
Kobe Jordan got bumped there, but no call from the refs. And now, like I said, they need to get an easy layup under the basket, settle for the three, and now it's going to be Saints ball.
Navy coming into the game for Colangelo. Passes up the three, drives inside, swatted away. Tyron Young, get that out of here. Brock Hilbert going up strong. Fast break layup, good. Splits the D of his two defenders. And the Saints are bringing the ball up the floor with a head of steam. A collective effort right now. Jumper no good from Keyshawn Mason, and Kobe Bonner is going to be fouled. And things are looking up right now for the Vikes. And Kobe Bonner can feel it. So he will go to the free throw line, shoot a 1-and-1, one foul away from the double bonus.
Still a lot of time here left with 6:09 left on the clock, but Vikes hopeful to go up by almost 3 possessions, but a miss, a miss that's not normal. Bonner doesn't miss many, but he misses one there. And Kobe Jordan picks up his 4th personal. Now the Saints are going to shoot 1-and-1.
Zachary Ganilo at the free throw line, shooting the 1-and-1. The free throw no good. Rebounded Brock Hilbert. Trey Duffy and Keyshawn Mason getting tangled up down by the baseline, and Kobe Bonner with a nice no-look pass to Kobe Jordan. Gets the layup to go from the right side. What a fantastic play.
What a great time to get Kobe Jordan's first points tonight as he gets a no-look pass from Kobe Bonner to get the layup under the basket. Now the Vikes lead by 9.
St. Thomas Aquinas with a full timeout. Timeout called by Coach Jake Coopersmith.
One thing to note, this is the biggest lead by either team all game long, as earlier the Saints were up by 7. But now with that layup there, the Vikes take the lead with 9.
And I want to ask you, Aaron, since the Vikes are up by 9 and the Saints needing a comeback drastically, who do you think from this Saints roster could step up and lead this team to victory?
Well, I think 2 players that have got a lot of points tonight so far that have showed some great things for the Saints would be Keyshawn Mason, which he does have 3 personals. He's got to be a little careful on defense, but also Zaria Navy, he has, let me just count up, 9 points so far in the game. And Keyshawn has also 9 points. So two players have got a couple threes tonight. Also, a lot of great passes inside for easy layups. But those are 2 players, if the Saints are going to come back, that's who I would pass to.
Working the ball around right now. St. Thomas Aquinas trying to get something going. Down 9, 5.5 minutes remaining here in the 4th. Fantastic defense from both teams, but most recently standing out, the Vikings. 3-point bucket rattles out. Zarion Navy can't get that one to fall from the left corner. Kobe Bonner's going to be fouled, and now in the double bonus, 2 free throws coming up for Kobe Bonner.
Yeah, the Vikes now in the double bonus, so 2 free throws like you just said, but Connor picks up only his 2nd personal, so one of the Saints that are not really in much foul trouble.
Knocks down the first. So silent in here, you could hear a pin drop. Couple substitutions for St. Thomas Aquinas. Could be Bonner lining up here. Second free throw on the way. Is good, knocks it down. And it's an 11-point game, Aaron. 43-32, 5:15 remaining. Trying to find something to go, drives inside. Oh my goodness! What a throwdown from Keyshawn Mason. It looked like he was gonna go up and lay that one in and just hammered it home. Drayton looking for someone to pass to, finds Brock. Cross-court pass to Trent Cox. Now over to Kobe Bonner in the corner, driving inside. Almost stolen away. Trey Duffy passes up the three. Pull-up jumper, good! Trey Duffy knocks it down, got Tom Downey up in the air for the Saints, driving inside. Seaman fans wanted to travel, but instead there's going to be a foul called on Brock Hilbert, and that's going to be his third personal.
Yeah, Brock really just touched the man, but he's going to get called for the push. And now we're going to have Tyron Young, that doesn't have any points yet tonight, shoot two. I'm sorry, 1-and-1.
Free throw good. Jake Spence coming in for Brock Hilbert. Vikings lead this one 45-35. Second free throw on the way for Young is good.
So a crucial time for Young to get his first points of the game as their team's down by 9.
Kobe Bonner inbounds to Jake Spence, taking it up the floor. Three-man press for the Saints. Jake Spence double teamed, working it around. And he's going to be fouled by Matthew Connor. Matthew can't believe it. Getting a little mouthy, which is expected, being down 9 with the opposing team at the free throw line, shooting 2. First free throw is good from Jake Spence. And Jake Spence, not a real offensive player, more of a defensive and ball handling player, not really much of a scorer, but he can knock him down from the free throw line. Goes 2 for 2 there from that trip. Passes up the 3, drives inside. Tyron Young looking for someone to pass to. Cross-court pass, almost stolen away by Trent Cox. Passes up the 3, driving inside. Looked like a travel, but Drayton Foster's going to come up with it. Trent Cox fouled by Terrence Williams-Bay, the 6'2 senior. And Trent Cox will be shooting 2 free throws. And these free throws are looking like it's going to end up killing the Saints' chances at a comeback, even though there are just under 4 minutes remaining. Trent Cox knocks down the free throw, and that is what's going to win games, are free throws.
Trent Cox, known more for his defense awareness, but able to score 4 points so far. Had an early 3 real early in the game, but now trying to get his 5th point out of this second free throw.
Gets it to go, and these free throws have been straight money.
Yeah, great free throw shooting for the Vikes tonight.
Driving inside, going up strong around Trey Duffy, but can't get it to go. Rolls around the rim, but doesn't fall. Trey Duffy bringing it up all by himself. Euro step, layup no good from the left side. Kobe Bonner trying to steal that one away, and is going to be called with the foul. It's going to be Kobe's 4th. He's going to have to be careful now. And now the Saints are in the double bonus, so now they have the opportunity to shoot 2.
Like I said earlier in the game, this is going to be a very foul-heavy game, as we saw early. Both teams in the double bonus.
Knocking down the free throw. Tyron Young, only a sophomore. Second free throw on the way is good. Saints decrease the Viking lead now to just 11, 49-38, 3:33 remaining. Kobe Jordan going to check in for Drayton Foster.
One person I didn't really expect to get a lot of points this quarter was Tyrone Young. He has 4 points, all coming off free throws, but they're going to need a lot more out of them if they're going to come back.
Jake Spence fouled. Unusually fouled there by Phillip Bell's foot. Got him up in the air, kind of kicked him in midair. Not intentional. And Jake Spence going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Knocked them both down last trip. He was at the free throw line. Gets this one a go. Gets the lucky roll off the front rim.
Vikes back up 12 here. Trying to go up 13 and this hope for St. Thomas Aquinas is slowly draining away, as now we have 3:22, and they're going to need a lot of points soon.
Aquinas trying to get a bucket here, because they're going to need a lot of them if they're going to make a comeback. Or this is going to be a sad bus ride home. It's going to be over and back.
Backcourt violation, and just the turnover just add up. So it's just been adding up so far, as the Saints cannot get anything. Every possession there's something that goes wrong, and really just a dramatic change from the first half.
Great swat by Keyshawn Mason. Vikings still getting the rebound, but it's going to come up with Tyron Young. Got many chances to score there, but couldn't complete the play. Misses the layup there. Brock Hilbert now with the ball, bringing it up with his 5 men. 5-on-1. Kobe Jordan fouled in the process, but misses the floater. Great job stopping the fast break score.
So that's Matthew Connor's 4th foul. He's got all the fouls this quarter, and now he is in foul trouble. And right now he only has 3 points for the game, so not a real offensive scorer for the Saints, but very defensively well-known player.
Kobe's knocking down the free throws here. Athletic director for the Vikings, Brad Dietz, trying to wipe up some wet spots, it seems like, on the baseline by the Viking cheerleaders as Kobe knocks down the second free throw. Brock comes out of the game as Drayton Foster enters. Drayton, another player I want to talk about, playing some decent minutes tonight as a junior. Not scoring a whole lot, but definitely putting up defensive efforts, going up on Keyshawn Mason, and he is 6'8". Drayton only 6'4". Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound, Trent Cox. It's going to be a jump ball. Great job getting in there, Zachary Ganillo.
So the Vikes up here 15, and the Saints almost got a basket there, but before the basket was called, before the basket, a jump ball was called, so the Vikes able to get the ball back. And now we see Colby Bonner back in the game, which he only went out for 1 play.
Trey Duffy finds Kobe Jordan, passes up the 3. Probably smart being up 15 right now. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, if I were the Vikes, just try to drain the clock, try to pass as much as you can, and just try to find an open basket. Now we see Trey Duffy get fouled and go back to the line to shoot 2.
Mason Colagello picks up the foul, and that's 5, and he's going to take a seat on the bench. Mason Colagello, the senior, and that's going to be the last time he steps on the court for his high school basketball team. Trey Duffy misses the free throw. Very unusual. Trey Duffy, a very high percentage free throw shooter. His sophomore year, he ended the season 91%. Knocks down the second, though, to redeem himself. Saints are really going to have to put up shots at this point. 3-point bucket on the way. No good. Rebound. Crucial rebound put up. Layup is good. Sorry on Navy, and that's one of the players, Aaron, you mentioned earlier, that's going to have to bring this team back just a little too late with just over 2 minutes remaining. 54-40.
Yeah, and Zarian Navy able to get his first points in the fourth quarter. But as the Vikes up 14, it's like I said earlier, it's going to have to be a miracle for the Saints to come back. And right now, the Vikes have all the momentum, have been able to get all the shots to fall tonight, and just control the rebound game, which it was the exact opposite for the first half, as the Saints controlled the rebound percentage and the shot percentage. But right now, we're 2 minutes and 7 seconds away from one team moving on, one team going home.
Brock Hilbert saves the ball, but then turns it over. As the Saints almost lose the ball. Coach Cox chewing on Brock there for trying to be too fancy late in the game. 3-point bucket, no good by Taron Young. And there's going to be a tie-up between Kobe Bonner and Keyshawn Mason. Keyshawn Mason's going to pick up his fourth foul. Keyshawn not necessarily someone to worry if they lose this game, because he still has another 2 years left in him at St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah, a great season for him on the Saints team. Able to pick up a total of 11 points tonight. And I'm Saints very fortunate, as he's not leaving. Very tall player and a great asset to their team.
Kobe Bonner knocks down both free throws, going 2 for 2 there from the stripe. Full head of steam from the Saints. Driving inside, tipped by Kobe Jordan. Pull out three, no good. Puts it up, can't get that to go either. Hard fall for Trey Duffy. And Keyshawn Mason getting angered, and I believe that's going to be his fifth, and he will take a seat on the bench, and that is his season. He can't believe it.
Yeah, like I said earlier, great game for him. Ended the game with 11 points and really leading his team with a lot of leadership and a lot of abilities. Just very excited to see him the next 2 years as he progresses as a better ball player.
Trey Duffy knocks down the free throw. Nothing new from the senior, who's going to get to play on. Knocks down the second. Trey Duffy's going to come out of the game, and I believe he will stay out for the rest of the game. Try not to risk getting injured. Trey's going to end this one with 15 points.
16 points.
16
actually.
points.
So a great night for Trey as he came back mid-season after injury all January, and hopeful to bring his team back to another victory tonight and go on the road on Saturday night. Not for sure exactly where yet, but I believe it will probably be at Baser Linwood, which is 6-2 on the season. So that's going to be a great game to watch. Sadly, we're not going to be able to broadcast that, as it's going to be a away game.
And as you mentioned that, Aaron, I believe this is going to be our last broadcast of the year.
Yeah, the girls won last night. They go on the road on Friday. The boys win tonight. They go on the road on Saturday. So officially, this is our last live stream of the 2018-2019 season for the basketball games. We should be hopefully live streaming some of the spring concerts coming up, but this will be the last game you'll hear from us. Just make sure to root on your Vikes as they play this weekend and try to make a trip to the state tournament, which is next week.
Jacob Boyle's getting his appearance in, the junior. Got a lot of varsity minutes last year, but not so much this year. Mateo's going to pick up the foul as it's stolen away by Terrence Williams-Bay. And as they go to the free throw line, we just want to congratulate all the seniors for St. Thomas Aquinas on a fantastic season and a fantastic 4 years. Zachary Ganillo, Matthew Connor, Terrence Williams-Bay, Mason Colangello, Joe Rost, and Jack Gable. We want to wish them the best of luck and their future careers on whatever they pursue. If some of them go into basketball in college, not sure if any of them are, but a roar from the Seaman student section as Ty Henry and Kason Stahlbaumer check into the game. Free throw is good.
Those are two freshmen for the Vikes on the varsity here. So 3 freshmen playing on the court right now for the Vikes.
Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebounded Kason Stahlbaumer. Going to give that one to Mateo, and there are 3 freshmen on the court right now. Jacob Boyles loses the ball, but it's going to stay Viking basketball. Ty Henry to inbound.
Also, a thing to note, Joe Roast and Jack Gable haven't had any minutes yet as they're seniors, but able to get some minutes now as we're just seconds away from the Seaman Vikings moving on to play in Bass or Linwood.
Uzziah Irvin thrown down to the floor there. Seaman crowd wanted an intentional foul or a flagrant foul.
And that's going to be Matthew Connor's 5th personal. So a good game tonight for him. Very defensive player, but able to get 3 points tonight. Uzziah Irvin hits his first free throw.
Uzziah Irvin up for the second free throw. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by senior Jack Gable. Getting some minutes here at the very end. Driving inside, going up strong. Fouled on the way up. Terrence Williams-Bay going to the free throw line to now to shoot 2. Free throw was good. Make this a 16-point game, possibly 15 if he knocks this down, and it will. 15-point game.
So with the lineup here for the Vikes, this possibly could be what we're looking at for next year's season, with the exception of Uzziah Irvin, as he's a senior, but able to, 3 freshmen here, 2 sophomores, trying to get some good varsity minutes, as this possibly could be our next year's starting lineup, as we have 7 seniors leaving this year for the Vikes.
3 way off the mark there from Jack Gable. But on the other end, Mateo Hyman with a fantastic floater. splitting the D and driving inside. 10.2 seconds remaining.
Students at Seaman like to call Mateo Little Bonner, as he looks almost just like Kobe Bonner. He's got the same haircut and everything, but it would be nice to see how he excels these next 3 years at Seaman.
Ty Henry's going to be the one. Kaysen will be the one as they win this sub-state game. As you hear the buzzer, your final score, Seaman takes this one 61-44. We appreciate you listening all season long. Aaron McGill, Ryan Zilsdorf signing off for the final time. More specifically me, because I'm a senior and I will be leaving, but you will be able to hear Aaron next school year. But we appreciate you for listening, and we wish both teams the best of luck. You've been listening to the SVTV broadcast from Seaman High School for the final time.